We are live. What is going on, guys? Kingmaker here. We're going to be doing a Shadowdark one-shot. With us today, we got Uriah playing Eadric Hammerfell. Big Bad with Aiden.
Yes, sir.
Nicolas and Fiora. And Elf Hunter with Finn Blackroot.
What's up?
How we all doing?
Doing pretty good.
Swell.
Ready to smash some skulls?
Yeah.
Smash them skulls. I love it. I love it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so then let's get right into it, guys.
Get into it.
The village of Duskwither sits in unnatural silence, pressed against the gnarled edge of Thornewood Forest. Once modest and assuming, it now lies choked beneath a thick, gray fog that has not lifted for over a month. The air is damp and cold, heavy with rot and sorrow. Crops in the fields have withered to black husks, the livestock sickly and starving. Those brave enough to leave in search of help have yet to return. Villagers go about their day as best they can, each clinging to routine in the face of encroaching dread.
I hold up my lantern, lighting away. Finn, this fog. I think, are we lost or are we going back to Duskwither right now? What is going on?
I look at Aiden. Well, are you looking at the map? Or what?
I don't know how to read. You know this.
Give me that. I yanked the map from him. And we should be getting out of here.
I don't know. This fog is as thick as milk. I think we're lost. I've been walking for hours.
I keep walking on. I don't
Trudge forward with Finn.
The rhythmic sound of tink, 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 as a different colored smoke billows through the air. I turn around, I call, Cole! Cole, where are you? Come here, son.
Yes, sir, yes. Comes running into the room, nervous.
Bring me another billet. I need another billet. Bring it here, son, please.
Yes, sir. Huddles out, clamoring, knocking over metal. Sorry, sir.
Finn, where's Fiora at? Why don't you release him? Maybe he knows where we're going. He knows magic and all sorts of other stuff. Don't you have him in your lamp there?
I don't like to leave. I don't like to let him out.
Understandable.
But you know what? We've been at it for hours, so I guess I opened the glass of the lamp.
Come out, Fiora. Come out.
A dark smoke starts pouring out of it and raising from the ground like an undead. Pale white skin full of scars inscribing runes of many different tongues. I stand up, hunched over. I'm easily 2 feet tall. What do you wish?
Wish to know where we're going.
Wouldn't you like to know that?
Finn, do something with your slave.
I kick Fiora in his little shin. Come on, tell us where we need to go.
I strain at my back and I... This is clearly a mystic.
You had
Might
something to do
be in
with
a
this
loop.
fog, didn't you?
I stare with just my eyes at Finn. What do you expect me to do but press forward alongside with you?
I look towards Aiden. I don't know why we keep him around.
I don't know either. Do you hear that clinking in the distance? Let's head that direction.
I point the bony, emaciated arms. See that? Crops.
The blackened
Signs
crops.
of... Exactly. Signs of your fallen civilization.
I don't like this elf very much, Finn.
As Cole hands me another billet, I set it on the table and I say, "Son, have you gotten the bell from the top of the door? You know we don't ring bells when there's fog around.
Yes, yeah. Let me do that. Let me do that.
Go, do it now."
He grabs a stool, gets up, unfastening it from the top. Oh, all right, and he drops it, clang on the floor. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry.
In a rush, I meet him to pick it up, and holding it in my hand, I dunk right on the head. "Don't you know? You never ring a bell in a fog. It'll bring them right to you."
I know, sir. I know. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
That's all right. As you were.
Yes, sir. He goes back to work.
You hear that clanging in the distance, Finn? Let's head there. Come on, Fiora. Don't get lost.
All right, let's. And why don't you hang on to this lantern? Throw it
Catch
toward
it.
Aiden.
Clip it
I don't want
my
to have
backpack.
anything to do with this elf.
Hunched over, I fall in silence.
Trudge
Bare
towards
feet
the
on the
town.
mud.
Trudge into the town of Duskwither.
Outlining of structures begins to pierce through the fog. An old, dilapidated sign, "Welcome to Duskwither," right before the town's entrance.
Looks like we made it, Finn. Maybe we could visit our old friend Eadric.
I set the bell back on the table and walk back to my anvil. Begin tink, tink, tink again.
Trudge to the entrance of Dustwither, with Fiora clasped to my backpack and Finn in tow, heading towards the clanking of the blacksmith Eadric.
Sounds like we're close.
Aye.
I can smell your kind's flesh.
Try not to eat anybody this time.
Why does he always say stuff like that? I look at him and scowl.
I smile with pointy teeth. You have to feed me if you wish my wizardry.
Perhaps
Hey.
later.
A ragged man on the side of the road, carrying a rake, staring at you as you approach.
What are you doing there, man?
Who are you?
I'm Aiden. Who are you?
Aiden. I'm Bram. Where did you come from?
We were here hours ago. We've seemed to get lost, and now we've returned in a loop of some sort.
Oh,
Hey,
yes. I've been here for a while.
I interject. We have nothing to do with you, man. We are here for... It doesn't concern you. And I walk on past him.
Puts his hand out. Oh, wait. Had you seen anyone out there in the mist? Anyone? Young? A boy? My son. He went out a week ago for food. I haven't seen him.
What was his name?
Thomas.
Fiora? Did you eat a Thomas out there?
No, not by that name.
Well, there you go, sir.
I see. I see. Oh, okay.
We'll be on the lookout for him, though.
He blankly turns back to his his field.
A chuckle. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. And I walk as if nothing happened.
I press on in silence.
My ears perk up at the sound of voices muffled by the fog. And I turn and say, Cole, we have company.
Oh, yes, sir.
Clean the place up, son. Quickly, please.
Right away. Hurrying around, grabbing all kinds of tools and metals. He's trying to place everything away.
I quench the blade in my hand and set it to the side to return to later.
I call out to the frog. Eadric! Eadric, where are you? I know you're here, you son of a bitch.
Aiden, is that you, my friend?
Yes, it's us.
Back again so soon.
Finn got us lost. He doesn't know how to read a map. Can you believe this?
Oh, don't be too hard on a lad. He means well. I know it.
Aye.
Come. Into my abode. Get out of this blasted fog.
I grit my teeth and walk up to the house.
Thank you, Eadric. Do you have room for our elf friend here?
My head
Standing
turns.
from outside the door frame, like almost like a Sasquatch posture, too tall for the door frame.
My head kind of turns, and in broken Elvish, I say, "Come in, friend."
Bones throwing, I do a bow almost mockingly, and I duck under, stepping to the house.
Pat Eadric on the back. You're a good man. And I step in as well.
I try. Please, a moment, please. Cole!
Yes. Oh, Mr. Aiden, Mr. Finn. How are you?
Bring
How
out
you
some.
doing?
Bring some refreshments for our friends.
Of course. Ale? Would you like some ale? What would you like?
Nay, they've been hard traveling all day. Bring out the
Water.
good stuff.
Oh, yes. Just
Good
right away,
stuff.
sir, right away. He hurries to the back.
I stare unblinkingly at the young boy.
As he goes to turn, he sees Fiora. Oh, what would you like? The good stuff too. Meat. We don't have much. But I'll find something. I'll be right back.
Cole, be a good host. Give him your portion.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. He runs
that's-
back to the kitchen.
I close the door behind me. Hey, Eadric. Been a while since I've seen you. I didn't know you spoke the Elvish tongue, though.
Oh,
Picked
Finn.
that up recently?
No, it's you meet a lot of people doing this work, and you learn a couple of things. It's not just us humans that make fine weaponry.
I cross my arms. Fair enough.
You should have
Fine,
seen my kind in its beak.
Well, if the civilization is anything like the quality of the weapons, I'd say they're all right in my book. But use the chair in the corner, the wicker one.
I take a seat at the table. What's with this fog, Eadric?
I don't know. I sent my wife Ashley to go look for help, and it's been a week and a half since she's returned.
Week and a half. I feel like we left. Didn't we just leave a few hours ago, Finn? It was some kind of. I feel like I don't know what's going on here.
Well,
Nice.
the fog has been around for feels like forever, but it's only been the past couple of months. Perhaps.
Something strange is going on here.
The sound of stool being pushed. I sit on it.
Cole comes hurrying in, placing down a bottle of whiskey. This is from the Special Reserve, sir. And I'll be right back with the meat. Fiora, is it?
Thank you, young lad. Scoop it up and take a swig. Glug, glug, glug.
I nod at the boy.
I say to Aiden, hey, don't be selfish with that. I yank it from him.
Ah,
I sit
you
next to him.
bastard.
Take a
Wipe
swig
my
as
mouth.
well.
Wipe my mouth off. How do we get out of here, Eadric? This fog's been going for months, you say? Nope.
Feels like it. Best I can tell, the fog rolled in, and it's choked all the life out of the place. I'm tempted to ask one of the old timers in this town, older than myself, someone even older than me.
We saw a man on the road. His son was missing. He was out there who knows how long. Thomas was the boy's name.
Thomas. Cole? Cole,
Yes, sir. Yes.
did you ever hear what happened to that Thomas boy?
He went out about over a week ago. His father sent him for food and rations, but I haven't heard back. I haven't heard anything.
Did he say where he was going?
He said he would be going to the nearest town, Harrowsdale.
Harrowsdale.
I pass the bottle back to Aiden and lean back, kick my feet up. Well, I don't see how it's of any concern of ours, unless the old man looking for him has some gold to offer.
Take a swig. Well, I want to get out of this backwater town. Finn, I don't know about you. We tried to leave it, and now we're back again.
The fog is unnatural. I break silence in a corner.
Turn to Fiora. Do you not? Could you guide us out of here, Fiora?
Maybe.
I turn towards Fiora as well, and I squint at him. You know more about this than you're letting on, don't you?
He always
I know
does.
many things. I've lived more than 10 times you have ever lived and will.
I hate elves.
I stand up and get close to him, look up at him. I say, you better get us out of here. I swear, Fiora.
I
Remind.
stand to my feet from the chair I was seated in, and I say, Finn, I believe that if we play our cards right, Mr. Fiora here will be more than happy to help us. Cole, where's that meat?
Oh, hang on! You hear from farther away. You hear the back door slam. Sir, I was outside and trying to gather the meat from the ship from the
Spit
back
it out, boy.
I'm sorry. It's snowing, sir. It's snowing.
Snowing?
I don't know why, sir. It's snowing outside and it's gotten horribly cold.
That's impossible. It's only early fall.
Yes, yes, sir. It's coming down.
Strange times. I get up and walk to the front door and open it.
Snow coming down, heavy.
Finn, come look at this.
I sit down where Aiden was sitting, take a swig of the bottle, and lean forward. Oh, yeah, I see it.
You lazy bastard. I slam the door shut. Walk back in. What is this? Snow? Fog? What's next?
Almost as if distracted, I'm running my fingers on my scars in the shape of runes.
Don't cut yourself too deep, Fiora. You'll die again.
Cole comes running in.
I ignore.
He's got a plate of meat, cooked roast. Places it down on the table. He's trembling. There's commotion towards the town center. I overheard when I was outside gathering the roast. Noise, people gathering.
That's enough, Cole. You may
The boy,
retire for the night.
Yes, sir. Yes. And he turns and nods to everyone.
I dig my long black fingernail into the roast meat and I scowl. The boy gave me barn meat. Barbaric.
I'll look into the roast and grab a piece of it and start chewing on it. Tastes good to me, Fiora. We'll find you some rats outside. I'm sure some of them froze to death by now.
I scoff at Fiora, rip off a piece for myself. Don't say anything, just stuffing my face.
All right, Eadric, let's go see what's going on out there. What do you think?
I walk towards the front door and I say, we should go take a look.
Don't forget one of your trusty hammers or whatever you use. Might be some commotion.
Don't worry. And I reach behind the front door, pull out my trusty blade, hand forged. I fix it. After me, fellas. Mind your step in the fog, okay?
Of course. Let's go,
Oh,
Fiora.
and anybody have any bells? Any noisemakers?
Noisemakers.
Can't say I've got anything like that.
Good. Because we don't ring bells in a fog. It leads them right to you.
Leads who?
I scoff.
Oh, well, there's all sorts of creatures in the woods. If you're lucky, you'll find one that'll give you a quick death. If you're unlucky,
That's not good.
you'll find something that'll give you a fate worse than death.
I'll take the lamp, stuff it in my backpack. Maybe we'll just keep that there. It's kind of noisy.
I grab
I
another
look at
piece.
Aiden.
I grab another piece and walk to the window. All the more reason to stay in here for now. I just sat down after all, just looking out the window at the commotion.
In the
I look
crowd,
at Aiden and I say, "Don't worry, Aiden. There's no worse fate than being human."
Maybe Fiora. Then if you're staying here, you're keeping Fiora with you. So you coming with us, or you staying here with your best friend?
I scarf down the last bite. Fine, I'm coming.
All right, Eadric, lead the way.
blood-curdling scream can be heard echoing through the fog in the direction of the gathering.
My head snaps in the direction, and I shout, "Cole, clean things up. We got
On it, sir!
there's ruckus." And I begin to run, or quickly walk in that direction.
I quickly follow behind, my hand on the pommel of my longsword as I follow.
At a walking pace, I'm behind Finn.
I quickly follow, looking back every now and then to make sure Fiora's behind us.
I scurry past around the blacksmith stall, and I whisk up my wooden shield. Carry it with me.
I follow along and call out, "What's going on out here?"
Take the lantern, attach the lantern to my backpack so it goes along with us, and prepare my warhammer.
crowd begins to separate and turn to you.
What's going on out there?
I call out, "Make way! Make way! What's the matter? What's happening?"
Crowd spreads on the floor. A woman brutally stabbed. Blood pooling into the cobblestone. Villagers gasping.
Eadric, disperse the crowd.
Sword pulled out and held aloft. I say, "Make room! Clear the way! Move! Finn, turn her over. We gotta see who this person is."
I pull out my own sword. Hold on. This wound was fresh. Which one of you did it? I swing my sword around in an arc, pointing at all the villagers.
I'm walking right behind Finn, holding a dark, glassy dagger on my right hand.
The end is near. You will all succumb to death's embrace.
Not another one of these. Fiora, are you still hungry?
My eyes glint. I look up at Aiden.
There's dinner.
A hooded figure on the outskirts of the crowd, holding a black knife dripping in blood.
I go to the body of the woman and I flip her over and inspect to see who it is.
Finn, what are you doing? Got a sword? You're a fighter?
I go up to the man holding the dagger. You have 3 seconds to explain yourself. I have my sword pointed straight at him.
All will be explained in due time.
I flank.
Raises the dagger.
I flank Finn.
I follow behind Finn.
Both hands thrusting the dagger into his throat.
Well, that was easy.
Collapses to the ground.
Well,
Screams echo behind you. 2 more hooded figures begin viciously stabbing villagers in the crowd. Everyone's screaming and panicking.
this is madness. Eadric, leave the woman. Help us in the crowd.
I snatch my blade up again and I say, "Aiden, Finn, after that one. Fiora, with me, to this one."
I follow. It's like, everyone run to your homes. And I
Everyone
go towards
scatters.
go towards the one directed to me by Eadric, sword in hand.
Turns, readies his dagger at you. Preparing to thrust.
What are you doing, Finn? Don't let him hit you. Take my hammer. Take a swing at him. Nine.
The warhammer cracks into his side. You hear him. Ah! He
How do you
stumbles
like
back.
that, you bastard?
Stumbles back.
Standing
7.
I go forward to the same one and go for an overhead strike with my long sword. 13.
Success.
Finish him off, Finn.
I bring my sword down on top of his skull, cracking with the blade.
As he slumps to the ground, dead. The other charges forward at Eadric, dagger thrusting forward.
Hit.
Striking you in your side, cutting your waist.
I in pain, and I say, Fiora, on the flank, and I whip my blade around towards his leg. That's a 10. No. Yes, 10.
Success.
7 damage.
Cracking him in the leg, he swiftly flips to the ground. Ah! Thrown to the ground.
I yell back at Eadric. Seems the situation has been resolved.
We'll go look for others. Others in these black cloaks.
The ground
I,
begins to quake.
You feel that, you guys? What is that?
What in
Ground's
God's
moving.
name?
What the hell? I yanked my sword out of the corpse. Look around.
If you're gonna eat, might want to do it now for your.
The figure on the
I-
ground calls out, "He will come. He will come. You will all perish."
I run over to him, stab my sword in his face.
Command Fiora to eat.
I drop on my knees. I got, with my obsidian dagger, I make a cut on the corpse's neck. I go down, start sucking its neck, and ripping bits of flesh, droplets of blood, painting my pale face red.
2.
Eadric,
Yeah,
another one here.
Blade at the ready. Holding it out in front of me, over top of the shield. And I take a defensive stance. I say, "Do your worst."
Charging forward, blade. Forward. Goes to thrust. Oh. 17.
Hit.
Striking you for 6 points. In the gut. He grimaces looking at you.
The blade hits my gut. A gout of blood shoots from my mouth. I fall to my knees.
Pulls it out.
Eadric, you fool! Finn, back me up! I run over
shout-
to Eadric.
I call out, "Cole, my son." My breath leaves, and I die.
I shout, "You bastard!" And I run, charging towards the men who attacked Eadric. That's 11.
Success.
And 6 damage.
Striking him.
Thrusting towards the belly. I pull out.
Falling backwards. Thump to the ground.
I stand up, face bloodied, and I start getting. I get the blood on my hands and start splashing on my chest, making an X. Looking around to see if I spot any other the robed figures approaching.
The earth.
I place my hands on Eadric and say, "By the power of Memnon, come back to us. Cure your wounds."
I
For 5. Eadric, get back up!
I stand there, just breathing, heaving in anticipation.
I smack Eadric in the face. Get up, I said!
He's still.
I breathe out.
Eadric, I healed you, you fool! You should rise!
Say, damn it, Aiden, there's no time. I look around
We'll leave him.
to see if there's any more robed figures.
My eyes shoot open. I go, coughing out more blood.
Ah, you're back with us.
I gasp. Oh shit.
What?
That freaks me out.
What happened?
Mimnon
Oh.
has brought you back.
Praise be to him.
Can't die just yet.
The ground.
I'm looking around, not bothered by the current situation, smelling the air.
The ground shudders again. Quake. Screams can be heard in the distance towards the house of worship.
I take a moment to unfasten the shield from my back and put it on my left arm.
I clamber to my feet, grab my blade, inspect the wound. The church. We must get to the church.
Well, let's hurry then. Fiora, are you powered up? Are you ready? Did you feed?
I look at Aiden. I nod. I will not step into the church, though.
That's fine. It's a place where I belong. Let's go.
Villagers become hurrying past, running, looking back in the direction of the chapel in the fog.
I hastily march towards the church.
I spit, sling the blood off of my weapon, and make my way towards the church.
I follow in tow, limping.
I'm walking, but I catch up the side of Eadric's side. I keep walking with him.
Church comes into view. Split right down the middle, all the way up to the steeple. The earth surrounding the church, a gaping chasm, has begun to split. The ground shakes again. Worse than before.
What's going on here, Fiora? Do you know anything yet?
I get some of the blood that was my chest, and I draw a line with it on my forehead to the bridge of my nose. I start chanting, and the blood spreads. The blood spreads as a thin membrane around me. I look at Aiden. Negative.
Useless sometimes. Finn, go look at that. What is that? Get a little closer. You got a shield. You'll be fine.
I take a step back and then a step forward towards Fiora. What the hell are you doing?
I look at you, guaranteeing my survival. I look at the split church and I point. Have you ever seen demons?
I'm looking at one right now, Fiora.
I have no words.
I walk up. I start approaching from behind. I say, stay away from the chasm. There's no telling what could crawl out of there.
Another thunderous roar. The ground shakes. This time the church begins to crumble, falling down into the chasm, and a baleful violet glow shoots out.
I cover my face and take a step backwards.
I fall on my backside. Oh God.
The rushed smoke, when it hits me, it curves me as if a barrier was protecting me. I stand.
I kneel down, shield in front, keeping the dust from my face.
Massive structure begins to rise from the depths, black as midnight, etched in runes, slowly as the earth trembles and shakes before you. Up from where the church once stood.
I look at Aiden. Still the smoke dodging me. Do you wish to survive or keep your honor?
Survive, of course.
I look at Fiora. Survive.
What the hell is
My
going on?
lead. I approach the monument that has risen, and speaking a tongue that sends shrills down the spine of anyone who hears it. I say, I am Fiora, Feykind. I wish to bargain with the devil.
It's raising. Appears to be a gate emerging slowly, like a giant mausoleum torn from the underworld. Towering arc rimmed with skeletal relief. Its gate, blackened bone, and a voice echoes back. I am no devil elf.
What was that? What is it, Fiora? My Diabolic's not that great.
I put a finger in your lip. Your lips. Then, what are you? Feeling diabolic.
Dead cold embrace. Some violet glow emanates from the gates. A blinding light.
I adjust my posture and I extend my hands. You may have everyone in this city. We will aid you in having so, as long as you grant us passage out of here.
There will be no passage out. And beyond, in the cemetery, lights begin to emanate in the fog. Violet eyes all begin to blink open and start coming closer, marching.
Back in common, I look at the rest. We'll have to fight our way out of this one.
I shake my head. We're in over our head. We gotta get out of here.
I raise my blade and give pause. I mutter under my breath, Cole. I need to get Cole. I need to get him out of here.
I just on a knee, my ears are ringing. Ah!
I sigh, thinking. I say, Eadric, yes, go to Cole. Be with him.
I extend a hand and grab behind your scruff, Eadric. You have better chances of keeping him alive if you stay here with us.
What's going on, Finn? Fiora? The ring is
And
upset.
walk.
The dead walk, you say?
I direct myself towards the right of the where there's glowing eyes shambling in the fog. I extend my
Closer
hands.
they get.
I extend my hands and once again start chanting. Hellfire! And green fire starts spewing from my hands in a cone towards the shambling mass.
Fire spreads, covering the front row. You hear it as others swarm around them as the ones you struck fell.
Are these undead, Fiora?
Affirmative.
Ugh, I stand up, put my hand out. By the power of Memnon, flee! Your charisma. Oh, falters. It fails. Memnon's not going to help us in this fight.
Then we'll have to take matters into our own hands. On guard, gentlemen. I lift my
Aye.
blade up.
I hold my shield up and my sword out, just kind of backing up against my companions.
The
James
dead begin to
return.
close in.
Prepare my warhammer.
Flames
Who's
return
first?
back as if it sucked into my fingers.
Well, who's first?
First, dead begin to close in, and they begin to pick up pace into a jog almost, a half sprinted jog.
I take a step forward and swing at one of the jaws. For 10.
Success.
Crack its jaw off. It dislocates for 3.
Falls to the ground, jaw off, rotting corpse on the ground. Another one takes its place, lunging forward at you.
Bat it away.
Stumbles back.
Come on, fellas. What are you waiting for?
Blade in hand, I step forward and I say, "For my love, Ashley!" And I swing a blade down into the skull of one of them. That's 10.
Success.
And the blade sticks in and I slide it back out.
Slumps to the ground. Another one charges forward. Keep marching. The cemetery is marching forward. There's over 12 zombies now. Swinging at Finn. Fail. Boss, it stumbles back into the crowd as others swarm around its place.
I clap my hands and extended them once again. I yell, "Dark human." This time, a glow from the tip of my fingers fizzles out. It singes the tip of my fingers.
I charge forward with my shield at one of the undead with pointed ears. Now's my excuse. I charge forward with my shield. That's
Success.
12 strength. Okay. I hit it square in the chest and knock it over.
Falls back into the others as they stumble down, scrambling. Hooded figures begin from beyond in the cemetery. Begin to make their way back behind the dead.
Pull back, Finn. I take out a flask of oil, like cracking it on the ground. Let them approach a little closer, and we'll burn them.
I growl kind of like an animal, and I turn tail.
My fingers still smoking, still bloodied by the corpse I had eaten just before. I start licking the tip of my fingers.
With my sword flicking off a bit of moldy brain matter, my eyes scan across the hooded figures, attempting to determine if there are any that are the leader, so to speak.
You see, one amongst them stands arrayed in bone ornaments and necklaces and jewelry, raising a staff high, calling out an incantation it can't be made through the fog.
I take out a match, throw it into the horde. They'll burn for 4 minutes.
They ignite the front lines of the dead as they're stumbling around on fire.
I stop licking my fingers. I see the figure clad in bones. And once again, extend my hands, chanting in Elvish. Sleep. Sleep. Fail.
Finn, your elf is worthless.
I
The magic
look
fizzles.
back and forth, just dithering around.
Let them burn. There's got to be a leader. Does anybody see it?
I think it's the one in the bones. He's arrayed in white, pale bones.
These will
Light.
be
Must
dead
be the one.
soon. These will be
Light.
dead soon. We should charge.
Violet light begins to emanate from within their circle, beyond the dead in the cemetery.
Set the light.
All right.
Looking at my hands, like I have just scarring on my hands. I yell to the group, "Bind his tongue!"
What do you need?
A flaming corpse stumbles forward and lunges at Aiden.
Oh no! Smack him with a hammer to the ground. Get out of here, you bastard.
Stumbles down. Another one lunging forward at Finn. Striking you with its jagged claws. For 6.
Oh,
Across your chest.
I tried to put my shield, but I couldn't do it in time. I fall back onto the ground. My breaths, just trying to breathe on the ground. My weapons on the ground.
I call out, Finn! And I rush to swing my blade at the undead who tried to get him. That's 9.
As it stumbles out of the way of your sword as you go to swing, and it turns its head at you
Why does everyone keep dying around me? Place my hand on Finn. By the power of Minnon, rise again, my servant.
I put my hand on my chest. Who said anything about being your servant? And I get up.
You will be now. Pay for that one.
Another dead charges forward, swiping at Fiora.
Misses. I stand still. Its claw hits an invisible wall membrane around me.
Stumbles back. Then you
Should
hear a cry behind you.
I yell at Aiden, "We should either run," and I'm pointing to the one bone, cladding bone, or kill him now.
We charge or we die. This fog's not relenting unless he goes.
I lead the way.
Charging in from behind, villagers armed, ready to defend their home.
Aid us in battle and we'll save your town.
I'm charging in, clashing with the dead. Locked in battle, the ones on fire have fallen.
I rush forward, charging alongside the men, trying to get past the first wave of these undead.
I cast Shield of Faith on myself before the battle begins. And then charge in. +2 AC.
My shield up and blade being held over top. And a battle cry. Go in.
I walk after Eadric, looking around to see if I'm gonna be flanked. The blood starts peeling off like dead skin. The blood around me, the dried blood.
The villagers fighting the dead. 4 of the hooded figures in the circle. See you approach, turn in your direction. Drawing their daggers and forming a line in protection of the circle.
Charge straight in with an overhead blow. Ah!
Success.
12. I smack him in his cranium for 8 or 6. One of those.
Head
Come on,
split.
Finn!
Blood sprays as he falls to the ground. The others, one lunges forward next to him.
You can't hurt me, but the power of Minnon. Batted away.
He stumbles back, blade drawn still.
I charge through one of these dagger-wielding fiends. And
Success.
17 strength. I knock him clear off his feet, and with my sword pointed at another one behind him, say, "I'm coming for you."
I look at the corpse on my left. With one hand, I point at it, and the other one, I touch my forehead. Once again, chanting, its blood flows all the way, siphoned to my finger, and spreads as a thin layer once again around me.
Blade. From underneath, I approach and swing it at one of these hooded figures. 11.
As he parries quickly with his quick feet. You will not disrupt this stay. As he lunges forward with his blade.
Miss.
Whipping past you.
I deflect it with the shield, and I say, "We'll see who comes out on top."
The hooded figure, arraigned in bone, turns. You will not disrupt our summoning. As he turns and outstretches his hand at Eadric. As a bolt of necrotic energy shoots forward, piercing you. For 2.
Don't die on us again, Eadric.
I kneel down on one knee. I say, "I'm not dead yet."
Listen here, bonehead. Take the lantern and I chuck it at him to set him on fire. For 2 points. 4 rounds.
I
Oh.
charge.
His robes are on fire. He's trying to pat them out.
Strike now, Finn.
I charge ahead at the one clad in bone. I jump up in the air and spin all the way around before bringing my longsword down. 15.
Success.
10. Striking at the shoulder and cutting through.
His head lops off, half attached to his body. The others turn. No, what have you done? As they charge forward to strike you. $14.
Hit, yeah.
The second one thrusts forward with his dagger, slicing you in your side for 3.
Oh! I'm breathing and heaving like a hungry wolf, bleeding from my side.
I get behind Eadric with grab him by the scruff once again with both hands. Force you up straight.
It's over. You can't win. Rush in behind Finn and deliver another blow to the head that's half hanging on. For 19. For 3 damage.
The head severs off entirely. He falls to the ground, blood pooling everywhere in the ground. One of the remaining hooded figures strikes at you in close proximity.
The blade bounces off a red energy bearer. By the power of Memnon, you will flee this area. You will suffer the same punishment as your cult leader here.
Their eyes now widened.
Fiora, eat them all!
After setting Eadric up straight, I slide my hands down your back and I start slumbering towards the remaining cultists.
I say to Fiora in Elvish, "Let's finish this, friend."
Walking, I look back and I reply back in perfect Elvish, "Do not refer to me as friend." And I press on.
I shout out, "Townspeople, fight like men!" And I approach one of the remaining enemies with the sword. 14,
Success.
7 damage. Thrusting straight through the stomach. Hot blood
Slumps to the
spraying
ground.
all across me.
2 remaining hooded figures back up from the party. Daggers drawn, nervous. The ground begins to quake again. You hear that echoing voice from the mausoleum behind you. No!
Step on the head that severed. There's no winning here. And I sheath my hammer and place my hand on Finn to heal him. But it fades.
I say that's okay, Aiden. Looks like we got somebody mad. It's good.
Good enough for me.
I walk up behind Fiora, looking after the remaining cultists, and blade at the ready. Say, "There's no escape for you."
They look at you, sneer, and turn, running towards the forest. Begin to run towards the forest.
I drop on my knees next to one of the cultists that have been mangled. He's half breathing. I pull him closer to me. What's the name of your lord?
You. He pants.
I approach with my hammer drawn. Tell us.
Eyes. The soul thief. Kalvik. A lich. We're summoning him here. He will
I scoff when I hear Lich.
He will embrace me in his army, even when I die here now.
I look at Aiden. Your putrid kind cannot even worship real gods. I dig my obsidian dagger into the cultist's neck.
A lich. That sounds like a little too much of a problem for us. What do you think, Finn? We gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, with hate in my heart, I just ignore everything and chase after one of the fleeing cultists.
Don't do it, Finn! Yell after him.
Call after. Finn, no, those are the woods. You'll get lost.
I stand up. I step next to Aiden. If Finn dies, I'm bound to you next.
Damn it. Finn, don't leave me here with this man! This thing! This elf, whatever it is!
Nothing registers in my mind as I catch up to one of them and go for a thrust towards his back. Uh, 9.
He's able to step out of the length of your blade, continuing to run. But on the horizon, in the forest, another glow emanating. They're running in that direction.
Eadric, we can't go into those woods. This madman, Finn, he's lost.
We have
My
a
eyes
decision.
are locked on to the glow.
I stop at the perimeter of the forest, and I say, "We have a decision we must make. We can't leave Finn. We have to go get him."
Finn's left us.
It's your choice to die today or tomorrow.
I take in my surroundings to see how thick the fog is, if it's settling at all.
It's still thick, but from all the movement and fighting begins to swirl and dissipate in areas that the movement takes place and the fighting has been taking place.
I'm still chasing, but my sword lowers lightly as I'm transfixed on this glow that the cultists are approaching.
Eadric, can you lead us out of these woods if we go in?
I'm probably the best suited. I can.
And you're our man. Let's go. Cautiously.
All right. And I make off into the woods at a cautious pace.
I turn my head looking at Eadric. I have a confused look on my face. I speak to Aiden. He's so quick to leave his offspring behind. Why are you like so? Why are you so?
It's the safest place for him, I would imagine, Fiora. Eadric, don't forget to light a torch when you're out there.
I slow down in my chase, losing sight of the cultists. They seem to be enveloped by this light. I stop and look at what's before me.
A large ruined structure comes into view. Crumbled in the earth. Light glows from a hole within.
I breathe. Cold sweat running down. Come to my senses. Guys, I found something!
What is it? I stumble forward out of the woods.
I say, I don't know, it's where they escaped to. I take a few steps toward it.
I grab
Keeping pace behind Aiden.
I grab Finn by the shirt, yank him back. What are you doing, you madman?
Oh, I don't know, maybe we haven't been able to get through the fog, but they seem to know their way through. Maybe this is how.
Perhaps.
I take a glance at the structure, trying to measure if I can get any info, it being ancient.
The structure, ruined and large and circular, appears to be a ruined tower. Glow emanating from a cellar.
You want to go in there? Look at the shape of your lot. You're practically dead. And Memnon has left. I can't heal you anymore.
So he's good for a few tricks.
I look at Finn. I would benefit from a recharge ritual.
I stare at the others. I say, I believe that Aiden and Fiora are both right. We fought hard today. We must rest.
Rest. We need to leave this area. There's no rest. They'll be out of here in an hour or two tops. They'll be attacking the village again.
Perhaps we should warn the people. Cole. I need to get back to Cole. And I begin to run in the opposite direction back towards the village.
There goes Eadric.
I look around, take a mental note of where this tower is. Well, we've got to be with him. And I go after Eadric.
I stay with Aiden, hunched over, still smudged in blood. Are you aware that there is no end to this?
Yeah. That's the life, friend. Slowly.
You'll never root out the cultists. This is a lost cause.
I catch up to Eadric, running alongside him.
I descend down to the basement.
Smell of rot and decay wafts the air. Violet light emanates the passageway. A dim glow. In an old stone corridor. It descends down into the earth.
Don't be scared, Fiora.
Dying would be pleasantry right now. I start descending.
My heavy footfalls against the dirt as I approach the outskirts of the village. I see the people scattered about, cleaning up after the fray. I shout, Cole! Cole! My son! My son Cole!
Father! I'm here. And he coming through the crowd, you hear him hand raised. Oh, I'm here, I'm safe, Are you all right?
I embrace him, holding him tightly.
Cole begins to weep. Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
Right. It's gonna all be okay. I need you. Go back to the home. Gather my things. My bag in the room. Bring it to me quickly.
Right. I'll be right back. Takes off running back to the home.
I'm standing and waiting, catching my breath.
Continue to slowly descend.
I following behind Aiden. What do you hope to find?
My brothers and sisters of Memnon.
A corridor of stone stretches far. In this dank, rotting cellar. On the far end, a glow, brighter, emanates from there.
Do you smell living flesh, Fiora? Or is it all rotten coming through that door?
If there is living flesh, it is masked by the dead.
Shall we? Are you ready to die again?
I scoff. I press forward, extend my hand towards the door.
I turn to Finn and I say, Finn, you need to gather all the townspeople. We need to prepare. They could be back.
I scoff. There's no time for that. After your Cole comes back, we need to get out of here.
Finn,
Rallying up the townspeople is going to take too long.
I don't mean to rally them. I mean to warn them. Finn, these are my people. These are my family. I have to tell them something.
Fine. I sheath my bloody sword for a moment. All right. What do you want me to say?
Just call them here, to the town, to the center.
All right, Eadric, for you. And I go toward the town center, yelling out, Everyone, all villagers come to me. Come to me if you want to live.
Many look. The men, armed in rusted swords and farming equipment, spears, rush up. What's going on out there? We're here to fight for our home.
My voice still raised. We must all stick together. And as I'm walking back toward Eadric.
Right. Everyone, follow us. Let's go. We're marching in this direction. Following this lad.
Before I touch the door with light coming from its gaps, I look back at Aiden. If you're not being here, I'm bound to you right now.
It's good to know. And I touch my chest to cast the Shield of Faith on myself before the door cracks open fully.
A large circle of ancient runes line the floor, glowing. The hooded figures all stand round, chanting. Tomb of which adorned in ornate bone.
I listen in. Are they speaking diabolic, Fiora? Do you know their chants?
They are speaking diabolic. I stand up straight to hear their speech, their chanting.
The crowd surrounding, I say, listen, we don't know if those people will be back. You must protect yourselves. Set up watches. No one is left alone. Protect yourselves. Myself and Finn are going to get to the bottom of this, along with our friends Aiden and our companion Fiora. Keep a keen eye. Keep watch. Be careful.
A man walks forward. Corwin, the general store owner. Eadric, I'll take care of this here for you. Everyone, heed Eadric's warning. Prepare to defend the village.
Finn. We gotta go.
I think for a moment. You're right. Everybody, do as Eadric says. We'll get to the bottom of this. And I start to run off back toward the tower we found.
Before leaving, I turn to Cole quickly and say, the armory, the weapons I'm working on, disperse them if need be. Good lad.
Yes, will do. Please. Please come back safe.
Rustle his head. Run off.
Fiora, you have any equipment on you?
I do.
Well,
If you let, I look you dead in the eyes. Do you unbound me to my full potential?
I do.
Like grinning. And I get my dagger and I make a slight cut on my chest. I dig my hand into it. I start pulling this large bone-like contorted bone in form of a staff.
The hell's that? Where'd you get that?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, probably. What can you do with it?
I heard you hand you the staff. It's all sucked in blood.
Ugh. What do you want to do with this?
It's gonna take a while. I drop on my knees and I start digging my hand into my chest and pulling out more equipment. I pull out a bag that was soaked in blood and I open it. There's a bunch of call traps inside of it. You may use this.
I got 2 bags of those. What am I going to do with that? Throw them at him?
Set an ambush. Ambush.
Aren't they undead? I guess some of them are living. What do you think? How many think those are living? Can you smell them?
I'm holding my side as I'm running, wheezing. I think it's over here, Eadric. I remember this part of the forest.
Aye, lead the way, lad. I follow behind him.
All right.
Heavy pack of
What is this?
goods and gear.
What does the staff do again, real quick?
No. I stand up. I grab it. No, this is just for me.
No,
But
that's for
here,
you.
once again, I dig inside. Blood dripping. There's an oil flask. Yeah, I hand it to you.
That we can use. I take that. Dump out all your cow traps. I dump out 2 bags worth myself. If they run over that, it's not gonna feel real good. You know what I mean?
I do not show
You'll
any
get
expression.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Let's back up a little bit, and then do something with that staff, and then get them to come out here.
I stand at the door frame. I point the staff down the corridor, and I just start banging on the door frame. Pum, 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 pum.
The figures turn.
I yell
Front.
in diabolic. Come here.
3 charge forward, drawing daggers. 2 flank, hands raised, beginning to emanate a purple glow from their hands.
I'm not gonna be happy with this, you two.
I stand back from the door frame, and I am readying myself with my staff when they come through it.
I prepare my warhammer, waiting for them to cross the caltrops.
Swiftly, the 3 walking forward, reach the threshold of the caltrops.
What are you waiting for?
Begin to stumble.
Now, Fiora! Take an overhead swipe at their head. 9.
1 quickly jolts back, dagger drawn in front, parrying the attack.
I follow suit with the end of the bone staff. 8.
The other one quickly jumps sideways, then thrusting forward with the dagger.
Dagger goes straight into my lower abdomen.
Piercing you. As he grimaces, pulls back, blood spewing out of your wound. 6.
I look at Aiden. I look at Aiden. I start laughing. I am free today. And I drop on the floor. My blood starts sizzling.
I'll see you tomorrow, Fiora.
The other lunges forward at Aiden.
Bounces off a magical barrier. I take my oil flask, smash it into the ground, and light a match.
As we get to the bottom of as we get to the door of the basement, I see that it's open. I say, "They likely went through here. Come now, Finn, quickly."
No time to waste. I draw my sword once more.
I stumble backwards as the flame erupts.
Their clothing begins to catch fire, trying to pat it out. Two in the back raising their hands outstretched as necrotic beams burst from their fingers. One,
Crashes against the barrier.
the second one's
It burns through it.
Hmm.
Oh, you bastard! I continue to backtrack as they burn
they're
to get out of line of
flailing.
sight. Ugh.
I rush down the corridor, hearing this commotion. Blade drawn. I call out to Finn. Quickly! I can hear them. They're this way.
I rush down as quickly as I can. I'm coming.
I see the fallen body of Fiora. I go, my goodness. Aiden, are you okay?
Just a scratch. Don't worry about Fiora. He dies all the time.
Two of the cultists on fire slump to the ground into the caltrops and flames, motionless. You see beyond the flames, two cultists, casters, send bolts down the corridor at you.
Be careful.
One aimed at Eadric. 2 points of damage as the bolt pierces you in your shoulder. The other whizzing down at Finn.
I pull my shield up just in time, right over my eyes.
As it dissipates.
I curse loudly. All right, everyone, all at once. And I begin to charge down past the flames towards them, towards the cultists.
I follow behind at a limping pace. I call to Aiden. Aiden, do you have some of that the witchcraft you practice?
Yeah.
I'm a little beat up.
If I did, I wouldn't be in this position. I'm sorry, friend. Memnon is gone. I stand up and hobble towards Eadric into battle.
Well,
I run
do this together.
full pace toward one of the cultists and make a slashing motion. Uh, 10.
Success.
5 damage.
Slash strikes him.
Yank it out. Blood splattering across the walls.
Stumbles. Falls to his side on the floor. Bleeding. The other. 2 now. Lunge forward with their daggers now drawn. As they pierce you in your side for 4.
I curse again. I fall to my knees, drop my weapons, and then fall on the ground.
Finn, you fool!
Finn.
The second one turns at Eadric. Stepping forward with his dagger, lunging.
I bat it away with my shield, and I say, "That was my friend, you bastard!" And I jab at him with my blade for 10.
Success.
and I jab it into him for 5 points, twisting it, ripping it back out.
As he slumps back, falling to the ground. Blood now pooling into the runes on the floor. On the other side of the circle, the robed figure in bone turns. So, we're here now at last. You've come to thwart our plans.
Of course we have.
You know you could have life eternal if you just embrace him.
The only god I worship is Memnon. You weak bastard.
He spits. Memnon. Karvik is God. Karvik is all you need.
Don't know what you're talking about. I charge forward to grapple him and throw him on the ground.
Strength check.
5.
Begin wrestling with you.
Eadric, get
You're
him!
locked.
Eadric, get him!
I come up from behind and
I will.
I reach for his arms and try to pull them.
Grapple with advantage.
Oh gosh, that's
As he
7.
he swings, breaking free. He stumbles back. He raises his hands. And Aiden goes to cast a spell.
Shield.
With his hands outward, I swing the Warhammer down to break him. 14.
Success.
5 points of damage. At the elbow.
You hear a crack as his arm goes limp. He stumbles back with his left hand now.
Don't let him cast, Eadric. Don't let him cast.
And he goes to cast. It dissipates in his hand. Karvik! Karvik!
At the same time, with both hands, the blade swinging down.
Success.
8 points as I sever the arm. Great gouts of blood spray on my face, outlining the edge of the shield.
He drops down on both knees, head hung. We will return. Karvik will be summoned to this plane. Duskwither will be the epicenter of Necropolis.
Memnon sends his regards. I swing my hammer into his teeth.
Teeth spray, blood. His face dents in as he falls slumped to the ground. As the ground begins to quake, and the flicker and the runes on the ground begin to flicker. Everything's trembling, dust falling from the ceilings in the cellar.
How was that?
I
We should get
quickly
out of here.
step over to to our friend's body. I struggle to lift him up, try to carry him on my shoulder.
I help Eadric so we can get out of here in a rush.
Both of us carrying Finn. Going back down the hallway. Are you sure Fiora's body will be all right?
He's fine. He dies all the time. Can't get rid of him. You want him? You can have him. Just get the hell out of here.
Trudging along.
The stairs to the surface are before you now.
Begin to
Rush.
ascend them.
Ground still quaking, shaking.
With
Get
a
out of here before it
heave-
crumbles.
With a heave. Throw him. We must throw him.
Throw him.
Thrust Finn's body through the door.
Out. The forest. Before you. Fogged. Still permeates the area. But feels lighter.
I slump on the ground where my Warhammer just plops next to me. Well, never coming back to this town, Eadric, I'll tell you that.
I do not blame you, my friend.
All right. Well, I guess we can drag him back and I guess we'll take him to the church.
Indeed. We'll let the priests get a hold of him.
Aye. See if they can't do something about it.
Come now.
Stand back up.
Hoist him back up again and make our way back to towards the village. The quicker
The
step.
fog begins to part as you walk. The trembling begins to subside. In the field before the chapel, a ray of light breaks through the clouds, shining before you.
Who turned on the sun? Ugh.
For the first time in a long time, I smile.
What are you smiling for, Eadric?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen the sun.
What were you guys doing here to get these people all riled up? Summon demons and liches. You guys must be in some forbidden stuff, friend.
We've always thought that this land was special. We never understood why.
I think you do now.
I believe so.
A crowd is gathered before you, surrounding where the chapel once stood. The obsidian bone structure gone, leaving the gaping hole in the ground.
Any healers in the crowd? Healers, priest.
Medicine men. Doctors.
A man steps forward. Well, they were. You see, Father Morin he was in the chapel when the earth split. I'm afraid we haven't found him. He may be lost.
Aye. 'Tis a shame.
My head drops. He was a good man.
Aye. He was. Everyone now in a commotion through the crowd. Cole comes sprinting, charging forward and hitting you on the side with a embrace.
Caught off guard, I drop the leg of Finn that I was holding and embrace my son. Cole,
As he embraces his son, I rifle through the pockets of Finn, collect the gold that I can, and haul it off out of the town, never to return. Without a goodbye.
I look at the body of Finn, and I kneel down beside it. I grab a lantern. I say, Cole, put this away somewhere safe.
Yes, Father. I'll do that right away. He begins to head back towards home. Clouds begin to completely part now, and everyone is all in awe at the sunlight they hadn't seen for over a month. The fog begins to dissipate fully, and the surrounding tree lines and hills become visible once more. And that is where we'll end it. Dude, I hadn't DM'd in a long time. And every time I made a mistake, I was like, oh fuck, I made that mistake. Oh fuck, I made that mistake. Like, holy shit, am I rusty? Whoa, am I rusty?
Elf Hunter put in the chat 33 gold pieces.
Oh shit. Hey guys, they're all here. Dingus! Yeah, I saw that. Oh my god.
I'm back.
You guys did awesome.
I didn't mean to leave all the way. I forgot how to use the string.
You survived.
Can't say the same about me. You guys did great though. That was fun.
It was pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Combat.
33
combat
gold pieces.
There you go. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reward.
Here's Conway. What's up, Conway? LSG. What's up, man?
What's up,
And the rest of us.
folks?
Yeah. So
That was cool.
I mean, like I said, the combat for me was like totally. I was so rusty on combat. I haven't done combat in so long, and I had all this fucking in my mind. I was going over the rules. I got this shit, and then as soon as it started happening, I know I screwed up fucking so many times. It was so. I need a lot of practice. So
There you go.
I was a bit confused. A few parts because
Quite a few
I
times.
didn't hear quite well some words, so and I did not want to press again.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I do.
just
I'm like, what does this do? What does this do? I didn't really hear it. I was like,
yeah. Oh, which
Like-
parts? Like
one that comes
dialogue
to
or
mind.
combat?
dialogue.
Okay,
Most
got it.
during
Maybe
dialogue.
my
For
mic is
example, when
fucked
it didn't say it was black, but I imagine like the black tower, cropping up out of the ground,
Mhm.
and ask like, "Who are you? What's your name?" You said something, and like I
didn't
not
hear
sure
that
if
either.
it was a name.
Oh fuck.
It was
Okay.
like a
Yeah,
word of like nothing. I was
Maybe.
confused.
You know
I
what?
didn't hear that either. Did you say
know what?
quarterback?
Yeah.
Yes. So
okay.
I have a feeling because I was messing around with my sound on OBS and I got it really good. And then when I loaded in here, I noticed it's not using any of the OBS settings I just did.
I think it was just that one thing. I think you did a voice, right? And I
It could be when I do voices, it cuts.
It didn't get picked up. It was like a cool voice. but it didn't get picked up.
Yeah. That's lame.
And I had my dog was
Sorry,
doing.
guys.
It's all right. I missed that whole scene because my
It
dog was like
happens.
running around without his bandage on, so I had to fucking fix that.
That's all right. That's all
I was
right.
like, shit.
Those guttural
There were,
voices
like, a
are
few
sometimes
moments like
hard to
that.
understand.
Yeah.
I think from my perspective, I think I need to GM more. I need to fucking play more. There's a lot going on. I haven't done it in so long.
I was trying
wanted to run
message,
Shadowdark so bad, and like
It was
it's
good,
so
man.
good,
I had fun.
you know,
It was
I
good.
hope you
Good.
guys did. I'm glad you did. If you
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
I totally forgot about how like the whole death timer thing. So when I
Yeah,
we
I
all
forgot
did.
like,
We all did.
do I need
We know.
do I need to roll another character? Like,
So we all
Oh.
did. It's basically con plus
It's 1d4, right? Plus con.
It's
Yes.
yeah, 1d4 plus con, and it's so that's the thing too. Like one of the things that tripped me up so much because I'm so used to running initiative, and I want to do freeform combat. But one of the things that I got so lost on was doing horde battles.
Yeah.
Having a lot of
You know
enemies.
what could help?
Oh,
And that's
Holy
something that we
shit!
a bigger pool, and then they just die instantly when you hit them.
Mm.
I had it. I did it so
Yeah.
wrong. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, midway through, I'm like, this is not what I wanted it to be. What the fuck did I do?
one thing that could have helped, and like after the first combat, I realized, dang, we did not talk about that, which was turn order, like either like go clockwise or something like that, just to keep it like more concise.
Yeah.
So we kind
It
of
was-
just like
well,
going
it's
with the
supposed to be-
feeling, which ended up well, you know. But
It's supposed to be like narrative free flow. So if someone
Yeah.
just doesn't say something for 5 seconds, that's why I was egging a lot of people on. And if they
Yeah.
didn't go after that, I would just, I'm smashing them. I'm smashing them.
Yeah.
Because someone would
would-
always follow that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
confused at the beginning because I was trying to figure out what is the order.
No turn order. Just
Yeah.
smash. It was whoever
But then-
smashed who first.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
figured
Black
it
Dahlia.
out after a while.
And then I was trying to message Uriah in Discord. I'd be like, come back. I've healed you,
Oh, were
dude.
you?
But,
Oh,
Yeah, when you died and
but I
vanished,
couldn't,
I was
I
cracking
couldn't
up.
get to it. I have so many screens on my
Oh,
thing. I
okay.
couldn't find you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
someone tell him to come back.
I did a lot of like, you see, you this, you that. I know. I caught myself every time. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I saw you catch yourself. That was funny.
I just cringe every time.
It's
Yeah, no, I need a lot of practice. You know, you guys get a lot of practice, and you guys are like champs. You know, I'm kind of, I'm coming back to figuring out how to GM.
Thank you, Black Dahlia, in the chat.
Yes.
Thank you. Good job, you guys.
that was awesome.
Good.
I'm glad that after
I like your
all,
character.
for me.
Yeah, I like your character.
Oh, thanks.
yeah.
It's funny because like you guys showing like the backstage to people who are watching. At first, I was originally in the group, but then something came up. I thought I couldn't, make it. But then today I learned that wait, I can make it. So, but because we had this 1 week where I thought I would not play, I was not thinking about the character like I usually do for a game. I'm walking, I'm doing the dishes, I'm kind of brainstorming things. So I only had like a basic. The first 2 days when we agreed to play of character concept,
Yeah.
and that was like hard on me.
It worked. I just
He was
you
cool.
know what?
I thought it
He
was
summons
great.
out of a lamp. He dies all the time. That's a cool character concept. I was like, leave him.
I thought the dialogue between you guys with your character was great. It was just, especially in the beginning when you guys were first summoning you.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Again, I think we should whoever's watching this should know that was on the spot. We did not talk about that. I thought it was just
Yeah.
at first.
I
it was
like
just
that.
Like I was a guy, but I'm more of a spirit in the end, or something like that. Which is cool.
Yeah.
It
That
was,
was great.
it was funny because I misheard you. I thought you said like you're a 2 foot tall elf. So I'm like, okay, I kick it. And then later on, you're like, I'm stooping to get through the door.
I heard
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I heard
tall.
this. I heard the same
said
thing,
something
yeah.
wrong. Okay, yeah. You know what? I mixed meters with feet
Oh.
in my mind.
Oh,
'Cause,
That's really
6
funny.
feet, 6 feet would be 2 meters. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I was not like a goblin.
That's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that too, and then I was like, maybe I misunderstood. So he's fucking huge.
Yeah, I like the hugeness aspect of him. It's like,
Yeah. Just this
Ugh.
towering dude. But it made me think
But,
of like
super frail, right? Like thin, all bones.
made me think of like the trolls in WoW, just these big hunched
yeah.
guy,
Uh,
pointy ears.
Fiora was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
love
liked him a lot.
I love the use of blood. That was so sick.
That was awesome.
And
Yeah.
you're pulling your gear out of your chest. Is that
Yeah,
is
that was
what I
cool.
heard?
It was awesome.
Like you're pulling it out of your body.
It was funny because, like, at one point I looked at my character sheet. I'm like, oh, I never mentioned like me carrying anything. Like,
Yeah.
I have to explain because I have gear. I have to explain.
Yeah,
Like, what would be
yeah.
like
Yeah.
something mystic? I guess like I don't know. Every time he gets called back to the lamp, whatever he's holding fuses with his body. So when he comes out, he only needs to
of
pick it up.
course.
I imagine like, maybe
Yeah.
something like that. So like
That's cool.
his existence is just painful.
So painful shit. You can't die just fucking over and over and over again. That'd be the
Yeah.
worst, dude.
Mm.
It's fantastic though.
Yeah,
That was,
when
that
you-
was good.
When you were like, would you say like, do you give me permission to be unbound to have my full potential? Like, is this like an anime now? This is
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
that a lot.
Yes.
It starts glowing. Oh!
I actually didn't know what to expect down there, so I was gonna have you go first, and then kill you if it was too crazy for me to handle as penance to get my healing spell back to heal myself. That was my whole like wicked plan there.
It's funny you say that because when I asked the full potential thing, I thought, should I get my spells back? But I didn't want to force the bar,
Yeah.
so I did not
I
recharge. my
lost all
spells.
mine except for one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's why I told you that. That's why I asked you, Kingmaker, could I do something cool as penance if I lost all my shit? And like,
Yep. Yeah.
I was like,
I
well,
think
this is a perfect opportunity because he's got one health. Like, even if
that
I
would be fun to do it
you know.
that way because you could penance, but Nicholas, for yours, for magic in Shadowdark, you have to complete a rest to get them back.
Yeah.
But if
I need
you
that.
crit
That's why I
fail,
didn't want to.
yeah.
It was not a crit fail; it was just a normal failure. But
No,
that
I'm
is
saying
enough for me to
if you
forget,
did,
right?
yeah, if you did crit fail, there's like a mishap table that you can
Oh
roll
yeah,
on.
yeah. I had it saved here,
Oh,
so I
magic
could.
Yeah, Kit
Yeah.
Kat.
blue eyes white cat.
Hey.
Aw,
Oh, that's a pretty cat.
pretty kitty. I like the colors.
Pretty kitty.
Looks
Blue
very
eyes
soft.
white cat.
But yeah, yeah, that was I had fun, but I definitely scorched my eyes. So
It'll be good to go back and see where we can make those subtle improvements.
I have a lot. I need to just I need to play
You
more.
gotta do
I need to
more.
I gotta play more. I don't play enough.
Me
Like,
too. I'm out of practice. I'm like, damn, these guys are fucking way ahead of me. I gotta start
yeah,
practicing.
you
I'm
guys
like
are
peasant
champs.
now.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Like
You
a
guys
peasant.
I like how you.
You guys are all champs. So
Doing big bets. A good thing about I think it was good that you kept like prodding people too.
Yeah.
Because I was like usually when I play I tend to let others go first because I have this bad habit of interrupting and I'm trying to fix that. So, but you like calling people thing was good.
Yeah. That's like one of my good skills I have, I guess. Making sure everybody's going and stuff.
That is a good skill. I'm trying to be a bit more assertive every time I play, but I'm still kind of thinking round robin all the time, so I have to get more freeform sometimes.
I think he did really good though.
Yeah.
With it, especially your narrations of your attacks and everything, and I saw you thinking about what you were gonna say. So we were with that.
I
And
like
also,
all the narrations of everybody getting killed different ways and stuff. That was sweet.
I got really like I kept saying the same attack style, like, oh, you're hitting the side, you're hitting the side, you're hitting the side. I'm like, fucking, I suck.
Well, well, I mean, you had to describe like 20 different guys, so
yeah, I think I lesson learned on the whole horde thing. Do it as like a pool maybe of health, like you guys said.
Yeah.
I was like,
full of hell.
that actually would screw me up the most. As soon as I had the horde of zombies coming, I was like, fuck, I'm trying to do these individual when I should just be doing a pool.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of that until it was in action. I'm like, or I didn't even think of it until now, but like I didn't think of like, fuck, how would I have handled this when it was time? It was like,
So the part that was confusing was like keeping track of all their HP for each.
oh my
one.
god, yeah. I was writing shit down on the side and like,
No
like,
way, dude. No way, dude. I didn't even know
That's
how
why
many there were.
you guys were one shy in them anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
but well, good stuff, guys. Thanks for playing. Hope you had fun.
Good.
It was.
This
fun.
is how you play Shadowdark, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Definitive style.
this was let's call it round one. Shadowdark.
So, because that's the nature of the beast, I said you've not gemmed for a while, you get rid of some aspects, you play a game, you notice some things you have to get better, so then you play another game and put whatever you observed into practice. So that means that we'll have a one shot again, man.
Definitely. This was actually the first time I DM'd for anybody who's an actual part of like the 40 group. I've taught myself. I mean, I know what I know from being a part of the group and playing in games, and also watching a ton of Shawner, and then ended up teaching two friends it just like based on what I learned from the internet, and we would play the three of us, and we'd have fun, but it was never like on this level where because you guys do this freaking every day, right? Every week. For me and him, it was like me and my buddies was totally different. We were like kind of laxed on it, right? Definitely the first couple of times I ever did full immersion 4D play with like Crispy and the guys, that was a blast. And it was like, whoa, like I couldn't imagine GMing it. And I said, me and Big Bad have been talking, and I was just like, he said, when are you gonna run fucking Shadowdark? I'm like, I'm gonna run Shadowdark. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because we kept talking about Shadowdark on the side over. Like I was like, oh, Shadowdark's great. It's so cool. This and that. It's like fucking D&D light, man. It's so cool. He's like, well, when are you gonna do it? I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do it. And then today, you guys are like, we're gonna go live. I'm like, shit, we're gonna go live.
Worth it though, dude. Worth it. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Always good to put yourself out there like that.
Good pacing.
Yeah, no, it's worth it.
man.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
It was good pacing
you know,
too. So
I'm here. I'm here to learn. I'm here to take the
shit got done.
all the constructive criticism, right? And I was trying to get the pacing up too. I wanted it to be like moving, and like as soon as you guys left the house, I tried to kind of like escalate and escalate and escalate the best I could, and experiment.
That's good because I am guilty of slow burn and everything. So if it was on me, we would be still like talking in the house.
Yeah.
You guys are having tea.
I assume you wanted to move forward when the kid came in from that coal. I was like, okay, that's got to be a cue. Like something outside is where we go.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
I tried to be as subtle as possible with my son being named Cole and my wife being named Ashley.
Oh,
No,
I didn't get that at all.
That was my
Oh, nice, nice.
I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Cole Evil Dead, right? Am I thinking this correctly? Cole Ashley. What is it? Cole Ashley's what? What is it?
No,
It's,
he's a blacksmith.
is he? Okay.
His son's name is Cole. His wife's name
Oh,
is
that's why. I'm thinking Ashley.
You low IQ retard.
Yeah. Cool. I'm so yeah.
Ash-
I'm thinking Ashley
Ashley
from.
Evil Dead.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
Evil Dead for a second.
Yeah.
There.
No, that was good. I didn't get it.
Oh, I'm
I
like,
was
wait, was Cole? And then I was thinking because I just watched Evil Dead, so I'm just like, maybe that was an Evil Dead. Right?
Also, I didn't want to go back to town. I didn't want to go back to town because I figured like it'd end up not progressing anywhere. I was like, I'm not going back there.
Yeah.
It'll be like a talking scene, and then like it'll be like, one shot is now a two shot.
Yeah.
No, you guys, that was perfect. That was perfect right in it. You know, too much. I had so much going on in my head. I was just like all these ideas, and it was like, how do I get them now to fuck? How do I speed this?
I didn't notice any pacing problems, but I'm slow as well, so I don't know. I think I did notice, and maybe this just wasn't me paying attention, but I think after Uriah and Big Bad got out of the tower, then you moved them back to the town. I don't think they said they went to the town.
Yeah,
I was very confused on that because at first I just want to mention it. I thought the tower was a thing, and then into the woods there was another thing, and I thought that was the thing that Big Bad and I went to. But then I was very confused.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like I think they're walking and talking was my mindset, but I misunderstood that. I misunderstood that.
The only slow part for me was getting out of the thing. I like, oh, we said we're leaving, so we should just
Let's
I wasn't. Were you guys walking and talking? Because I assumed you were walking and talking, and maybe I
that's fine.
It was kind of like the whole like the way I assumed it is in the woods. There's this remains of a tower, and there's just like a the cellar on the ground.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a bad because I remember after I got up after talking to you, I assumed we were heading back to town, right? Yeah. So that works. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's
So
also
I just yoinked your shit and left.
Yeah.
I love that 33 gold.
So the winner of this game was Big Bad, 33 gold.
Yeah, how to win a Shadowdark, baby.
Well, now we have to
write the book
to make our carousal rolls, and we gotta.
Oh yeah.
What'd you say?
So we got to do our carousal rolls and get our XP, and then.
Oh yeah.
God.
And that's how we implement the shucked oyster.
Oh yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna have to.
Stop falling, dude.
I'm gonna have to like get out of my fear of it and just jump into one of you guys' no preps.
You have to just jump in. It's the only
Yes.
way.
Yeah, you have to change.
I need
time
work.
of day.
Like, I get nervous. Like, I get palpitations, but you just have to be like, you know
Do you
what?
lose sleep over it?
I don't lose sleep over it or think about it during the week that much. But like right before, I'm like,
Oh, shit.
and I have to
What am I
psych
gonna
myself up. Just be like, you know what? Frick it. You got this. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Just do it, man.
Yeah, I think after today I could do anything.
After what?
After today, I'm like, okay,
You got easy D6, right? That's the easy.
I have it.
It's so easy. So easy to play with, dude.
Yeah, you know, it's the officiating of the rules
Mhm.
is learning how to do it when you can't, when you're not talky, right? When you're not making all the standard 2D methods of play, like not trying not to do it 2D, right?
Yeah, not asking a bunch of questions.
That is, you know, that's been a challenge for me as a GM when I GM. I hate doing it the other way anyway, but it's just a matter of like honing it now.
Yeah.
You know, as a player, I think I could do it differently. Like I'm very players is so much less on your shoulders. You just your head is in the mind of who you are, and you just do. That's how I play. It's like
You just do.
I just leave me and I'm that person, that character. And
I think you're still worried. You have that anxiety of a 2D game where everything is on the GM. That's the thing with like.
I had that anxiety today.
You can relax so much
Yeah.
because the players will conduct the game. So I think it's like the burden is shared evenly across everyone. You know?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Well, another thing with, so I kind of have a hard time approaching 4D from the foundation of like a fantasy game, because the more medieval, D&D style you get, for me it's really hard to come up with, okay, how many times can you narrate, oh, there's a cup on the table, you know what I mean? Whereas with more modern games, it's so much more natural for me.
Yeah,
but,
makes sense.
Those are easy.
I feel like I would have a hard time GMing just for that reason, particularly.
Yeah. Well, especially, it's it's unfamiliar stuff, right? From reality. So 100%,
Makes sense.
But you should definitely hop in one of our no preps.
I'd like to. Because I want to improve at GMing, especially for games that I want to run that other people don't run. Like I like Shadowdark. I like Shadowdark a lot. I want to do the One Ring, but that's even more rules.
Yeah.
So
you should just do 4D Mithras, man.
Mithras always interests me. Definitely interests me.
This is so crunchy, isn't it?
I got the rule book right here. It's about
That's too many pages, man. It's too many pages.
about yay thick, and it's being
Yeah.
I want to run Wrath and Glory, but that thing's like chock full of rules that I don't want to bother to look at.
I wanted to run the
I don't wanna
World
look
of
at
Warcraft one is huge too. A lot of pages.
Sometimes it's not even rules. Just they circle back. They explain the same thing like 3 times because
that's annoying.
I guess they suppose you're like 4 or something. Maybe if you like print that down, is like all pretty much all books they
What game?
have.
Oh, most games.
Yeah.
I don't like how a lot of the manuals are written. I like how Shadowdark is written though. It's like straight to the point. This is how it works.
It's very straight to the point. It's like
I thought I was gonna lose my spellcasting immediately, so I didn't. It worked. I think I brought 2 people back, right? Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that came in handy for sure.
Yeah, without that, we would have.
Yeah.
Also, you can stabilize people, but I forgot how to do that, so I didn't.
Yeah.
you would just go over do like an intelligence. I think it's intelligence.
Is that what it was?
You would just roll and then add the modifier, and then I have on my side the.
Okay, I gotcha.
Sorry, Finn.
Sorry, Finn.
I remember the
mean,
first time I went down, I actually remembered the death timer. The second time, I was like, no, I'm just dead. I don't know why I forgot.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to help you much.
I'm sad that we missed our grapple, dude. I was hoping you'd land yours at least, and then we start ripping on apart by his arms.
Advantage too.
That might have been like the one time where I felt the most comfortable with officiating everything. It was like you did it, you failed, you were locked. do
Yeah.
wrestling, and then you came in, and he was like,
Oh,
no.
that was cool. That was cool.
And then like you chewed his head half. It was the other guy. The other guy hewed his head. The other guy, you fucking like chewed into his neck, and then he was like sitting there like that, and you came back and chewed him again the next turn. I was like, wait, that guy died. I guess he's just fucking dead.
Yeah. He's not coming back, bro.
You tear his head.
I should have described that he died, but I was just
Yeah.
I was lost in the fucking horde of shit that I was doing. So
Wait, who is that? That was.
I
Who
think
was
you,
that? Was that me?
you cut his head off a little
cut
bit, and then I
his head off.
smashed it off.
Yeah. And then Big
Oh
Bad.
yeah. I knew he was dead. I
Sure.
just wanted to stab his face.
yes. And then the hammer on the last guy, he just encaved his
Yeah.
face.
That was
sick.
dope. That's
Hell
good.
yeah.
Ugh. That was brutal.
So, but yeah, man, you guys thwarted the lich. They were gonna summon him.
Yeah. I thought he might have came out. Like, there's no way we're gonna kill this dude.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about what would happen if that happened.
I would have ran it. I mean, what
You know, we're not balancing here, so
Never been.
balancing does not belong in TTRPGs.
My problem is I was thinking in character, right? So there's no way I can get out of here unless the what if the fog settles. Once that's gone, dude. Because I asked once, is it settling? Because I was just gonna dip, dude.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. I was like, fuck.
I like how how all that played out though. That was the ending.
Yeah.
It really felt cinematic.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys made that. you
You go
guys,
back to your son,
Yeah.
and I'm just a wanderer, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
One last quick tale as well, because I didn't know my character would he dies and come back, But then big bad for
I
you
kind of
guys.
just 4D'd that, honestly.
Yeah. And then I was thinking how does that work? And I thought it was cool how in the end Uriah, got the lamp. Like, oh, there you go. So I guess it's like kind of like Terry in a way,
Yeah.
His soul gets back into the thing. Yeah, thought it was cool.
That was cool. That's a
We'll
cool
see
recurring
We'll
character.
see who's the real friend.
Yeah.
I thought that was really you did an excellent job at making the elf seem alien. I think
yeah, he was.
Yeah,
very
it was really
alien.
vastly
Good.
different.
That was my
Vastly different than
Yeah.
any other elf I've seen portrayed in
Yeah, that was a very different elf for sure.
in RPG.
I liked it.
That was the only elf I've seen role played.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Elf hunter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had your chance, man. You missed it.
You guys don't get a lot of fantasy in your table, right? When you do your no preps.
Yeah.
No, we kind of have a good spread of different stuff. I'm trying to. So basically, how it works is whenever you roll as a GM, you get to replace it. So I've replaced a couple with some like sword and sandal. So it'll be a little bit more, a little bit more,
Sword and sandal will be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
you guys do one day, different day, like a Friday or something, because I want to join, but
Mhm.
the current
Yeah.
day, the day you guys doing is very hard for me.
Yeah. I want to say Adam, because Adam's the one who kind of headed it all up. He will be out for a couple weeks, so we might be able to shift around the day if a Friday would work better. Because we would love to have you, dude. Like that'd be so sick. So we could totally squeeze in a Friday or something and do that. I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, gentlemen, I must leave you. Good game. Had a lot
Big
of
Red.
fun. Had a lot of
And-
fun.
Everybody in chat, thank you guys for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys.
Guys,
Take care.
great job. Thank you. Stream has ended.